Pragati's age 2 years ago and 3 years hence is 84. Find our present age. Now, whatever is, in all these word problems, in 95% of the cases, whatever is mentioned in the last line of the word problem, you can assume that to be X. That is a thumb rule. 90 to 95% of cases, that is only what is required. So I assume that the present age is X. Hence implies after. So product of Pragati's age 2 years ago and 3 years hence. So let's try to understand this, and my experience has been if you take a number line to understand this, it becomes easier to understand. So let me explain it using the number line. So this is the number line, and here what I have done is that this is today. So today I have assumed it to be X. Now the question is saying that 2 years ago. Now see, basic common sense. If you are 14 years today, so 2 years back you were 12 years, and after 3 years you will be 17 years. So it is as simple as it gets. So if this is X, then 2 years ago you were X minus 2, and after 3 years you will be X plus 3. This is one of the easiest question, and usually what I've seen is in all these age-related word problems, my experience has been using a number line becomes easier. So, so, but what you need to remember is what did you assume to be X. So, for example, in this case, please remember that today's age is X. You can also start with assuming that 2 years was X, but then becomes a bit complicated. So this is easier to see. So what I'm trying to say is that if you assume this to be X, then this would be X plus 2, and this will be X plus 5. But this becomes usually students won't prefer it, so let's keep it as simple as is possible. Now they are talking about the product. So product of the ages are 84. So it's one of the simple questions. So X minus 2. Now what you need to understand is product of Pragati's age 2 years ago and 3 years hence. So they are talking about the product of these two ages. This is what you need to understand. So the product of these two is 84. So X minus 2 into X plus 3 is equal to 84. And then you open the bracket. This is the equation that you get. Now again, what I'm sharing is 90 to 95% of the times, this equation that you have been given, this can be done by splitting the middle term. Splitting the middle term. Splitting the middle. 90 to 95% of the cases. Hardly I have seen any question where splitting the middle term is not useful, especially in word problems. So you split the middle term as a 10x minus 9x, and once you have split it, then the rest of the problem is easy. So x plus 10 is the first two terms x can be taken out. In the second two terms again x plus 10 is taken out. I'm assuming that you know splitting the middle term, so I won't be going into detail. If you don't know how to split a middle term, there are lectures in the playlist. You can have a look at that. Splitting the middle term is a very important tool in your skill set. So x minus 9, x plus 10. So because it's a quadratic equation, you will always have two answers. Now what you need to understand is that your present age you have assumed to be x, so it can't be negative. So you'll have to say that I am ignoring. You'll have to write this line, ignoring the negative age, or you can say ignoring the negative value of x. You can write the reason also as age can't be negative, age can't be negative, age can't be negative. So that the examiner knows that why are you ignoring this. So you should always write this line, whatever value that you are ignoring, you should mention in the paper that this is why I am ignoring, so that the examiner understands that you understand how the things are done. So therefore x is equal to 9. But then you need to mention that after that you have found the value of x, then you have to write. Therefore, present age is equal to 9 years. And then look carefully at the question again. Find her present age. So they are asking about the present age. So this is your final answer. Now at times they might ask you, age 2 years back, or they might ask you the 3 years back. So or they might ask you 3 years hence, 5 years hence. So once you have solved the question, please have a look at the last line of the question again. What are they asking for? It is very critical to understand that. The second thing that you need to understand once you have solved the question is, please try to check whether the answer is correct or not. In all these word problems, you can always check. So let's check. So today your age is 9. Today your age is 9. 2 years hence it was 7. 3 years after it will be 12. 12 into 7 is 84. So our answer is correct. So this is how you do the questions. This is one of the easier quadratic equation. It was easier to solve. It was easy to formulate. So let's go to the next question.